Welcome back to my channel. I'm excited to finally bring you the review of Singapore from the new Belle Tress International collection. I've reviewed all the other ones, but there was something going on in the factory and there was some defects with the original Singapore, so there was a delay. So I finally have her in the gorgeous caramel blonde rooted, and I'm so excited to talk to you about this one. Please make sure to check out Locks and Tops, our retailer, in the description. Join their amazing supportive Facebook group. Check out her prices and her website. She offers really great prices. And let's get started with the gorgeous Singapore. Don't forget, hit that bell, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. And I'm excited. Let's talk about Singapore. If you guys have watched most of my reviews, you know that I've been on a hunt for a Simmer dupe, a Raquel Welch Simmer dupe. And I found some that are very close, like Bradshaw. Specifically, I want a dupe in Belle Tress because I think Belle Tress has the best fibers, the best hairlines, the caps that fit me the best. So I've been on this hunt. I would say Singapore is in the running to be a dupe. However, I feel like Singapore is kind of like Wavy Day and Simmer had a baby. So she's a little bit longer than Simmer, a little bit closer to the length of Wavy Day in some areas, but she's close for those two. She's right kind of in the middle of the two, and it wouldn't be a bad thing to have Wavy Day and Simmer have a baby, just saying. So let's take a look at the beautiful Singapore from all sides. Front. Side, back, my other side. She is a cutie, just the perfect tousled wave. The thing that I was missing with Bradshaw as far as the Simmer dupe is that just that really slight asymmetrical that I feel like I have with Singapore. So of course, this is the International City collection. And with all of the City collection, I love the hairline, some of the best in the industry, super duper tiny knots, very natural, pre-plucked part. Just a beautiful hairline, absolutely exceptional. Let's talk about the dimensions of Singapore. And I'm actually going to compare these dimensions to Wavy Day and Simmer because I'm obsessed with those styles. So when we look at the weight, it's 3.8 ounces, which is nice and light for a medium length wig. Obviously, as with all the City collection, there's no permatease. It's just a super natural feel to it. The sides on Singapore are 11 inches to 12.5 inches. And that's because there's that slight wave. Now, when we look at the, that slight asymmetrical. When we look at Simmer, the sides are 9 inches versus the 11 to 12.5 on Singapore. With Wavy Day, it says that the sides are 10.5. Now, I don't want to spend all the time bringing out my Simmer, and I also don't have Wavy Day, but I do want to talk about the difference in dimensions. So again, Singapore has 11 to 12.5 on the sides. Simmer has 9 and Wavy Day is 10.5. When we look at the nape, Singapore is 4.5 to 6.5 on the nape. Simmer is 6 and Wavy Day is 7.5. The longest length on these wigs, Singapore's longest length is 13.5. Simmer's longest length is 11.5. And Wavy Day's longest length is 12.5. So the main thing to note is that Singapore is a bit longer in its full overall length than actually even Wavy Day. It is longer. I still feel like they are all kind of sister styles, particularly because of the wave pattern in this one. I feel like this wave pattern really gives me kind of a Simmer Wavy Day wave pattern. And it is a little bit longer than Wavy Day, but I don't know. I feel like the back is pretty similar. I just think that they're all in the same family, but what I get with my Belle Tress, in my honest opinion, is better hairlines and way better fibers. As you know, I always keep it real with you. So let's talk about Caramel Blonde Rooted. I have reviewed this color in many of my other reviews. It is supposed to be discontinued by Belle Tress, but somehow this color still got included in the brand new collection. Caramel Blonde Rooted is my favorite blonde because it is the warmest blonde, and I like warm blonde. So I'm unhappy that they're discontinuing it, but most likely, if I know Belle Tress, they're gonna come out with new colors that are almost the same color. I don't know, it's nuts. But anyway, when we talk about Caramel Blonde Rooted, it has a light brown root, what I would say is more of a medium brown root. And then it has a blend of light gold blonde, strawberry blonde, and light auburn with just the slightest hints, just a touch of a cool light blonde highlight, which really is hard to see unless you're in direct sunlight. There's really nothing cool about this color. It is very, very warm. I love it because of those light auburns and the strawberry because it, you know, it leans itself to a blonde with red undertones. It's absolutely gorgeous. As I've said with Belle Tress caps, another reason they're my favorite brand is I don't know how they make their caps, but they fit in the City collection. Their caps fit me perfectly, and I'm a size small, and a 21.5 circumference. Whereas the owner of Locks and Tops, who I work with, is a large size 23, and the caps fit her too. It's amazing. So that's one of the reasons why I'm such a fan of Belle Tress. And I mean, like, I cannot do this with wigs and other brands. I cannot just do an ear tuck because 9 times out of 10, the ear tabs are too low for me and they're sitting over my ear. And how cute does she look with an ear tuck? Perfect ear tuck. Perfect ear tuck. Super cute wig. I'm absolutely loving her, and she's probably going to stay with me in my personal collection and be probably my own. No, I have one other blonde, blonde with the icons. I have Brown Sugar Blonde R and Bradshaw. I will probably keep her as my only Caramel Blonde Rooted in the City collection because I once in a while like to throw on a blonde. All right, let's take a look at this color in front of my slider and outside, and let's look at the cap. You see all of that dimension in front of my slider, even those really subtle, light, cool highlights. See, there's one right there. They're really, really subtle. Predominantly what you see are those light auburns, the strawberry, and the golden blonde, but you do have those subtle, cool highlights. It's such a beautiful dimensional color. The sun is out today. Brown root. This is definitely my kind of blonde. Really, all the City collection caps are the same except for where the mono part is. They either have a left mono part or a middle mono part. This one has a left mono part, full lace front, your ear tabs with soft felt and metal adjusters, extended nape with Velcro, and an open wefted cap. I absolutely adore a mid-length style with a beachy wave. It is something that I have a very hard time achieving with human hair wigs, so I really lean towards the synthetics when I'm going with a mid to shorter style. This one is super duper cute, and it reminds me of some of my favorite styles from Raquel Welch. As I said, Simmer and Wavy Day kind of had a baby, even though it's just slightly longer than actually both of them. I don't know, it gives me a lot of those vibes and a very similar wave pattern. I love the hairlines, I love the fit of the cap, I love the no permatease, I love how it's flat on top. It's just, Belle Tress is just it for me as far as the best of the best in synthetic wigs. I do have other brands I really like, but this one is my favorite. If you were to look at my synthetic wig collection, 80% of it is Belle Tress, the ones that I keep in my collection. So I just want to remind you that when it comes to Belle Tress, Locks and Tops offers such amazing prices. You really need to check out their prices, and their clearance section is unbelievable. The owner is one of the best people on the planet. She is just a doll, a total sweetheart, and really wants to help women find good hair at the best price she can possibly offer. Don't forget to join the Facebook group for Locks and Tops. I put a lot of content in there that you may not see on my other through my other avenues because I work with her, and it's just a super supportive group where you can get tips and tricks and assistance and help and all that. You can also show off your wigs your Belle Tress wigs that you buy from Locks and Tops. So make sure to join that support group. And as always, if you like what I'm doing here, please, please, please subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you at the next one.